Hey, good morning, fam. It's your boy Josh. We are back and better than ever with the special edition NBA Finals show. It's the best time of the year, early June basketball. You just can't beat it, man. And we have a great matchup with the Warriors' offensive machine going against the Celtics' powerhouse defense. It's the best offense versus the best defense. Something has to give. So, it's been a while, but let's get hunting. The Celtics at Warriors has a 4-point spread and a 212 implied total. I think this will be the Tatum versus Steph show for game 1, and I could see them dueling it out back and forth, since I think the Warriors will want to force Tatum to be the primary scorer, because the Celtics' main weakness is their half-court offense, which goes stagnant quite often, especially when Tatum is ball hogging. So I think Tatum will have free reign to score, and thus I will target his 26.5 points, and his PRA is in play since he will fill the stat line as well. And if we want a lower line for him, we could go with his 6.5 free throws, since he should draw fouls from the Warriors' interior defense. And Marcus Smart should step up as the primary distributor today, and his assist line is only 5.5. So I like the idea of pairing his assists with Tatum's 26.5 points. And the Warriors turn the ball over at a very high rate, so his 1.5 block plus steal is also live. And Jaylen Brown should feast on the glass in this series with all the 3 balls going up on both sides. So I like his 6.5 rebounds. And Derek White has turned into a crucial piece of the offense, especially in the first half where he's playing big minutes in the second quarter. So I like his first half 8.5 fantasy points. And his steal prop is in play too. And lastly, one of our go-to props all season long could be in play with Robert Williams' first half fantasy points, since he should play most of his minutes in the first half and will most likely not close the game when the Warriors go small. The Warriors haven't faced an athletic long defense like this in the playoffs since 2016 against OKC, which had KD, Roberson, Ibaka, and Adams. And that OKC squad gave this Warriors core unit their toughest challenge in the playoffs, in my opinion, by going up 3-1, and it took a miracle game 6 by Klay to get past them. That OKC defense dominated the first 4 games and gave the Warriors motion offense a lot of problems. So I'm very nervous about this matchup, but with that said, Steph will have to step up big and carry the offense. So I like his 26.5 points. We could also consider his 4.5 free throws, since he will look to drive if the 3 ball isn't falling, and he could ice the game with late free throws too. I think Dre will really struggle to score in this matchup, so he should look to pass even more so. He was more aggressive with scoring against the Mavs due to matchup, but he should return to being the floor general in this series. So I like his 6 assists, and his turnovers are always live, especially against this solid Celtics defense. And Wiggins will have to come up big again in this series, and he should play huge minutes in order to match up with Tatum, so we can't consider his 28 fantasy points. But he will have a harder time scoring inside against the Celtics' strong interior defense. And the Celtics also turn the ball over at a very high rate, so I also like his 1.5 blocks plus steal. Along those same lines, we can also consider Jordan Poole's steal prop too. And I'm not confident on Klay in this matchup, but he can always get hot from 3 at home, so his 3-point prop could be in play. And oh, if you're into narratives, it's both Horford's and Otto's birthdays tomorrow. So let's recap our favorite targets so far. First, Tatum's 26.5 points or 39.5 PRA. Second, Steph's 26.5 points or 4.5 free throws made. And third, Smart's 5.5 assists or 1.5 block plus steal. And fourth, White's first half 8.5 fantasy points or half a steal. And fifth, Jaylen's 6.5 rebounds. And lastly, Wiggins' 1.5 block plus steal or 28 fantasy points. And there's only one WMA game, so I wanted to share a few early leans, including Asia's Wilson and Jackie Young's PRA props, and Alyssa Thomas's 30.5 fantasy points, or her 2 turnovers if we get it again. And Kelsey Plum's PRA is also in play too, but it's a toss-up between her and Young. This should be a great finals, and game 1 is always a wild card, since this is the first time these 2 teams have met in their current configuration this year. And as a result, they will have to make necessary adjustments going forward. So the game script and theory can be tricky. But come join me and Gunn for the live stream later today at 4 p.m. Eastern. We will try our best to come up with a blueprint for this game. So as always, best of luck everyone. I hope you crush it, and take care.